especially a Kimmy that can aim pretty well. You know, so you try to dodge it and Kimmy's still on target with you. You know, it's going to be an interesting match, and I'm really excited to see how this can turn out.
I am also really ready. We're jumping into it. The Valley with a win right now. Can they finish this quickly? Will they take the second one?
Yeah, and I really hope Air 77 turns this around, because I always like to see when the best of 3 matches goes to the third match, because those are the matches where, all right, they played each other twice, they have a feel for each other a little bit, and that's when they start doing even the more focus banning on the situational picks to try to cancel those things out. And it's this is where you get picks like this. You know, when do you ever see Hellcourt really in a high elo?
You don't. And that's why I'm honestly like, this game, right when I saw that pick, I was like, oh, this is going to be interesting. We are seeing some rotation, though, from the offlanes, and I love seeing both offlanes rotate down like that, you know, ready to help the fight if it comes. But will we see a first early game pick onto that Matilda? Not able to. Kagura responding onto this Raph. Raph able to just flicker out, but that flicker is now popped. She's going to have to go back to base along with Lilia as Broken goes back to his base too. Just seen a bit of a standstill. A little vision, though, coming from the side of the Valley.
Yeah, and that was an interesting exchange, because Kagura completely ignored Lilia and went straight for Rafaela, and knows that, oh, here comes the Hellcourt. Oh, there we talked about.
Oh, he misses it, though. Don't laugh, B-boy. Don't.
No, I wasn't laughing. I was clearing my throat.
Oh, here comes that ultimate, though, from a huge dunk coming from that Phoveus. And this is what I was talking about. This is where, you know, even in the early game, the burst damage from him, he's going to be able to do a lot. And it looks like this Baratz is having a little trouble in the top lane.
Yeah, because the thing is that Phoveus has some range, right? His S2 range is a pretty long distance range. It's kind of a quick poke damage, and then he gets his shield whenever he hits the ground. So he can kind of do it, but Baratz is definitely a hard counter to, and so he knows that if the Phoveus was to if the Baratz baits the Phoveus to ult on him, he can just ult him, and there's nothing the Phoveus can do. He would have to flicker. Well, he has Purify, actually.
Hellcourt popping that ult, trying to do some damage, but just not enough. I think right now Hellcourt needs to farm. You know, he's not going to be able to take down them. Their sustainability on the side of Area 77 is really high with that Raph right now. And I think for them to be able to get through that, they need to make sure Hellcourt's doing the damage he can.
Rafaela best tank 2022, trust me.
We'll see, and we'll definitely see about this game. Phoveus, though, making some rotations down, giving Baratz the opportunity to get a little bit of a push in. Yeah,
and you see so right now they're just kind of visioning and zoning out, and they're just trying to see where they're at. And yep, see? So now Baratz doesn't have an ult. So now the Phoveus can push really hard on his Baratz right now, because the Rafaela, oh, here goes the battle.
Oh, he's trying to do something, but Hellcourt just not able to clean anything up, goes in and dies very quickly up against that YSS. But they do respond and eventually get the pick onto Lilia. It's a 1-for-1 trade on that team fight, but it still seems like Valley's in the lead. We're looking at 2-1 with a 400 gold lead. Not a lot, but in the early game like this, it's a big deal, especially when you've secured a kill on to the Valley's Hyper Hellcourt.
Yeah, I think right now they're going to try to pick this Kimmy. They have to slow down the Kimmy. Kimmy can't snowball. She can snowball very easily, and you need to slow her down.
Yeah, and like we've said before, I feel like the only job for a marksman in a gold lane is to survive the first several minutes.
That turret.
So this first turtle's up. What do they do?
So right now they're already selling low. Area 77 already has a positioning for it. They already had the first turtle. So right now they're just trying to zone it. They just want to see where everybody at. So I'm not sure. I think the YSS popped his ult already. Wasn't paying attention. But so pretty much once that YSS gets close to the turtle, he's probably going to pop his ult just to see where everybody else is and see if the turtle's going to be safe. You know, that's one best thing about YSS. Oh,
A nice pick coming in from that Kagura. Kagura is doing an amazing job. The ultimate from Bratz is wasted because of the Purify from Merciless, but it's still not enough. They're able to secure the kill on to Merciless. Down goes Phoveus. The Valley now taking a lead of their own and responding to the earlier losses in the team fights. I did not catch who caught that turtle, though.
So it was
Hellkurt.
Hellkurt caught it. So yeah, they backed away. YSS ulted. Once they got the pick on Rafa, then they just kind of was able to just position themselves and get the turtle.
Yeah, now they're also able to take a top-tier tower. And this is, you know, the Valley, I love Area 77 to death, but the Valley just does a great job. Even when it seems like they're losing, they come back. They're trying to get a pick onto Merciless. Merciless responding with an ult of his own, but it's just not enough. Bratz and Hellkurt take them down. And while this is happening in the bot lane, Area 77 does take a loss. Yuna does go down, but they are able to at least respond by taking out Guapsi, I forget her name.
Wapsi? Kimmy? It's all right. It's been 4 hours already. Something like that.
But yeah, so we do have some tower trades.
So this is pretty interesting. So they traded towers, which was awesome, but the Barrage goes right back and just pushing the lane. Like, he just does not care. He just goes back to his assignment. He rotates down just to like help a little bit, and then he is constantly bombarding that top lane, which is awesome because it forces one of their players to have to stay up there. Somebody has to go up and clear lane before they can come down.
Oh, big ult though coming in from this Matilda, but Merciless, great timing with the ultimate of his own, trying to engage, but he goes into a full-blown self-sacrifice into all 4 of Team of the Valley and gets quickly demolished.
Yeah, I mean, that was a full dive, and their team is focusing more on the middle tower. I think that was just going to be a sacrifice. That was more like, right, if you kill somebody, you can just hold them off while we do the objective, and which is what they did. Oh my
God, Area 77. And this is one thing that Area 77 does do a great job with, is even when they're falling behind a little bit in kills, they know the importance of taking objectives. They know, hey, let's take a tower here. We have the chance. They keep vision on the map, and Guapsi going down. Kimmy taking some huge damage from Yuna. Yuna able to secure the kill, but while this is happening, Basic the Hellkurt is able to take Turtle. So again, both teams, you know, not just focusing on the team fights, but taking objectives.
Yeah, and I think they weren't really gonna contest that turtle. They instantly went towards like bottom turret, and middle lane clearing. I think they're really just gonna focus objectives right now. That's at least that's what it looks like for me. They did surround the turtle a little bit, but they realized it wasn't the fight that they were gonna win, and then they just said, you know what, we'll get the next best thing. We'll get turret. We'll clear some lanes, force them to play more defensive, even though they got the turtle. Because even if they got the turtle, look, they're still only down. They're up by 200 gold.
They are up, but it's not a lot. It's nothing, you know.
Exactly.
So, like,
I mean, what? Hellkurt has a shield. I mean, they'll just, you know, he doesn't even have a shield anymore. He's getting burst down now.
Oh, but they respond.
Wow,
in comes Broken, a beautiful tank play, able to save his teammate. Will they take this kill on to her? Oh, a hair. Just missed. But while that's happening in the top, Area 77 responding and then taking a kill into Broken. They have now taken 3 members from the Valley. Now Basic is caught into the tower. I don't think he can get away. Pogi, the YSS, able to dive in and get the finishing blow. Area 77 doing exactly what they did last game and responding in this middle of the game around this 9-minute mark and doing some heavy damage on the team, the Valley.
Absolutely. This is where they thrive. Like I said multiple times, Area 77, and we've seen it against multiple teams that they've played against, that they're don't ever count them out. They've had their back against the walls, and they know how to turn it around. They know what they need to do, and they'll just stick with their plan. If their plan doesn't work out like last game, that's fine. But they have a pretty good plan and pretty good cohesion with their team, that they know that even if they're down and behind, they know what they need to do to turn it around.
They do. And as this is happening, they're trying to maybe contest for this blue buff. They don't want to give up. Here comes that ult of the... In comes the ult of the Hellcore, but they don't care. YSS dashes in to save his teammate and takes out basically. Hellcore is down. We're looking at a 5-4 fight. In comes Merciless with a huge ult, landing down on that Kimmy. This looks bad for her. Some more passive damage coming from the ultimate of YSS. This is a huge play for Area 77. They now have a nice foothold on the first Lord of the game. They're not going to wait for the 12-minute mark. They want the Lord now. They want to keep up the pressure.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they also want to end this game quick. I think they want to try to hurry up and get to game 3 so that way they can show their dominance in this league. But they still have a long way to go. I mean, the Valley, even though they lost some pretty good fights, but they're a pretty good team, and they don't count them out either. And I think the problem that's going to be for the Valley is that once Rafa gets some items, she turns into a very, very good tank. And the items she got right now, she went for Athena Shield and she went for Immortality. So she's going to be able to stay in the fight much longer and provide that speed up and slow down their enemy.
Yeah, right now Lord is pushing down the spot lane. They were able to clear that second tier tower before Lord came, which is a great play. But here goes the team fight. I like that the Valley's bringing it to the mid lane as Lord is pushing down the bot. They are forcing them to split up. Hellkurt having to go deal with Lord as Area 77 closing on this top lane, but Kimmy doing some insane damage onto Yuna. Yuna gets taken out by Kagura as Phoveus responds by taking out that Kagura. And this is what we were talking about. Phoveus is just such a great counter to that Kagura. Every time Kagura tries to dash in and use her skill set, Phoveus answers back.
Exactly. He answers when she dives in, and then when she tries to S2 again to escape, he's dashing right on top of her again for big damage. And you know they knew the Phoveus was there. I don't know if Kagura was the good pick for this. I would have went for a non-dashy mage, more of like a Chanje.
Chan would have been great.
Chanje actually would have been really good here, just to give that consistent damage and just to help out your other teammates. With that consistent damage with the Hellkurt and stuff. But they unfortunately went with more of a dashy hero, and this is what Phoveus was created for.
But it doesn't seem like the Valley cares, man. They are now taking a foothold in this mid, trying to push back. And this is what the Valley does, you know. I mean, Area 7 does it too. All these good teams do it. All the top teams do it. Even when they're behind, even when they're losing, they know how to assert back pressure. They know how to switch up the tide of battle and possibly do something about it. The Valley has been losing a few times in games, and we still see them come back in the end game. But right as I'm saying this, YSS coming in and doing half health damage onto that Matilda.
Yeah, and that was coming back. I honestly, not looking at it, I don't think Hellkurt was a good pick for this.
Yeah, Hellkurt, you know.
And I want to know what their game plan was. Like, why the Hellkurt pick? Was it because of the silence? Was it because of his ult?
Oh my god, big plays coming in. Hellkurt does pop his ult, but I don't think it's enough. Merciless, the Phoveus coming in doing some huge damage, but the kill goes on to Kagura from that YSS taking out Barats. They're just melting down this Barats, and they stop the pressure. Area 77 backs off after taking 2 of their heroes and losing none of their own. Now clearing out the Valley's jungle with some more minions posting down on this middle inhibitor turret. I think they're going to take it, Ebor.
I think they're going to take it as well.
What can the Valley do?
I don't think they really can do much, honestly, here. They're about to get their Kagura back right now, and the Phoveus is not nearby, so there'd be a good opportunity for them. But Area 77 kind of knows that. Look, they back away instantly. They're like, nope, we don't have Phoveus here. Because what's happening is Hellkurt pops his ult, right? And Phoveus still gets his notification that, hey, somebody dashed.
The notification.
His ult gets proc, like, hey, somebody dashed. He instantly presses it, and it's always into like 2 or 3 people. And one thing people may not know about Phobius, he does big AoE magic damage. He does more damage when there's more people around.
He does.
So you stack up and he ults on you, and that's it.
I don't know if this is a good play by Area 77 though. They're going for this Lord a little prematurely, basically coming in from the back, pops his ult, but isn't able to finish up. It doesn't seem like he has the vision he needs. He tries to flicker into this Lord. Kimmy steals the Lord, but Phobius responding back and taking out that Hellcurt. A big ult coming in, but he's not doing the damage he needs. The Valley starting to back off. The Lord is at their own doorstep, pushing out, trying to make his way out. Yuna trying to do a little bit of poke damage. Area 77 getting this Lord already down to halfway health. He hasn't even passed the halfway mark, but the Lord is doing some big damage on to Area 77. Does the Valley want to continue the push? They don't. They're minions on their own base. They have to go back. They have to defend. They cannot proceed. Ebor. Yeah, where is this going?
I almost lost for words for a second because I'm just like, it's their Area 77 is really applying the pressure on them, and I think it came down to Area 77 just really had the better draft. Unless they could turn it around here. They still have the Kimmy, and the Kimmy is a very good late game hero. So she already has Genius Wand, Ice Cream Wand, Glowing Wand, Glaive, and Winter Truncheon. So she's already decked out. She has everything she needs to just burn down damage. She may not be the one to finish off, but she's going to be the one that when she starts shooting at these heroes, their damage is going to go, their health is going to go down, and they're going to turn into a fight or flight mode for them.
Yeah.
And the Barats is super tanky, so you have 2 tanks now.
Right now.
Yeah, he doesn't even have a damage. Well, he has Molten Core, which is from the Curse Helmet, and that's pretty much actually all he needs really to do a lot of damage.
It's true. And the thing, and like you said, you know, they have that Kimmy right now. And though Hellcurt is not doing amazing, he's sitting at 1-4, Kimmy's doing a little bit better, 3-3, and she will scale to this late game. She definitely will. We're at 16 minutes now. We're almost at the full item cap. So it's going to come down to some of these final team fights. Who's going to make the first mistake, or who's going to last the longest in a team fight and get the picks they need?
And I think Area 77 might get the picks they need just because of that Phobius. So who's their initiators, right? They got Matilda, and oh, here comes the ult.
Here comes the fight.
No more ult.
But they're focusing on the wrong one. I feel like Baratz is not the one they need. Phobius trying to do something to someone, but he's just not outputting the damage he was before. But still, Area 77 closing in. Finally, they lock on to Guapsi, but he's able to just get away. Can Phobius get the final hit? He's not able to, but the fight continues a little bit lower as we see Hellcurt pop onto that Phobius. Kagura able to do some more damage, and Matilda finishes off the Phobius. Now that their big bulky hero is gone, we see the Valley closing out, coming out of the base, splitting up and trying to get whoever they can. Guapsi doing some nice damage onto Yuna. Yuna able to escape though and not die. This could be what the Valley needs. They are 5-4. Can they do something? Area 77 though doing a great job at disengaging, cutting their loss and getting out of there.
Yeah, absolutely. Once they lost Phobius, they know that, all right, we lost Phobius and we need to just kind of back up, play a little defensive. But you're right. Their choice. Oh wow.
My God.
That was a lot of
Hellcurt
damage.
just can't seem to do anything right now.
No,
he
not
tries
at all.
to go in and they don't care. They're just waiting for him. Like, yo, come on. Flicker in here, bro.
Absolutely.
Flicker in here, bro. Please.
Exactly. But they're focusing on the wrong people. They need to get that Kimmy first. They need to just knock her out the way. Hellcurt has been a big factor. He's actually missed a lot of skills, surprisingly. So they need to focus a priority. They need to get this Kimmy pick first. But the Kimmy's been having a really good placement here. But they're gonna set up right here for the Lord, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna get it here. I don't think there's where they can consist unless the Kimmy could try to steal again.
I mean, or no, it was the Hellcurt, and that is the one good thing about this Hellcurt right now. He does have that opportunity, but Area 77 looks uncontested right now. But all it takes is a couple seconds. Here goes the Lord. Here goes the ultimate from Hellcurt, but he's not able to make it. But still, he does some huge damage onto that Matilda. Down goes Yuna. Kagura able to do something and get a kill, but in comes Phobius. Phobius doing some damage onto that Kagura, but it's not enough to finish.
Yeah, and that was a pretty good clash too. They did get a pick, but I still feel like they lost the fight.
They definitely lost the fight there.
Valley got a pick that they wanted, or at least a pick that they wanted, and they still just felt like they lost the fight.
But look at Kimmy just melting this Lord down. But to be able to do that, she has to get close. And to get close, you gotta come see Lilia. You gotta come see Phoveus. Lord crashing down, the Valley trying to stop it before it even has the opportunity to get to base. Area 77 trying to do something. A big ult comes in from Phoveus, but the Lord is gone now. Area 77 does not want to take this fight. I do not think maybe they can capitalize on this bottom tower. They're not able to take out that Kimmy. They keep getting so close. But Kimmy seems to be a survivor right now. Will they get this bottom inhibitor tower? They do a little bit of rotation, dancing in and out of the tower, trading damage from the tower hits, and are able to secure it.
Yeah, that was an interesting clash there, and it looks like their Area 77 is going to try to finish it here. They have big minions coming in. We even know Kimmy's literally just destroying all their minions. They're still able to get the objectives.
Kagura goes down, Yuna taking her out, and this could be it for Matilda too. Matilda's immortality does pop. Do they finish her off? YSS does, and then Phoveus coming in. We did see a little bit of survivability there. They have no minions, but they're coming to the top lane. Does Area 77 finish this and make this a 1-1? Are we going to game 3? It looks like we are. I think they can finish it here. Do they have the minion power? Area 77 definitely throwing some recalls out, but they don't have the minions. Minions coming in from the middle though. They only have one. They have wiped out all of the Valley. Area 77 taking this to game 3.
Yes, and this is exactly what I thought was going to happen. And I think the loss really came down